Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more news from the Golden State Warriors, but before that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. The Warriors brought in Jimmy Butler and still want to sign another star to be in a position to be a champion. Kawhi Leonard would fit in perfectly with the Warriors' current stars and would bring more strength and defense to the team. Rumors: Warriors want to make a bold move and sign Kawhi Leonard. It's safe to say the Golden State Warriors are pleased with their recent play on the hardwood. Stephen Curry and Jimmy Butler have positively altered the Dubs' season outlook following an uneven start to the year, helping them win 11 of their last 12 contests. Still, in the offseason, the franchise could acquire a Los Angeles Clippers superstar forward and reach a higher ceiling during the 2025-26 campaign. Kawhi Leonard is among the most talented two-way stars in the NBA. The two-time NBA champion's clean 1-2 dribble pull-up jump shot and relentless on-ball defense make him a nightmare matchup for opponents on both ends. However, despite making his presence felt on the hardwood, it's reasonable to assume the Clippers are growing weary of Leonard's persistent injury issues. After suffering a torn ACL toward the end of the 2020-21 campaign, Leonard missed the entire 2021-22 season to rehab his devastating lower body setback. During the 2023 postseason, the San Diego State product endured a torn meniscus, forcing him to miss most of Los Angeles' first-round series against the Phoenix Suns. Last postseason, a right knee injury limited Leonard to 2 clashes, which made it easier for the Dallas Mavericks to eliminate the Clippers in round number 1. Leonard sat out the first 34 games of the current campaign due to right knee inflammation but returned to Los Angeles' lineup on January 4 against the Atlanta Hawks. The two-time Finals MVP averages 18.6 points and 5.1 rebounds per game, shooting 46.2% from the field and 36.1% from downtown in 23 contests. If Leonard sustains another injury in the playoffs and the Clippers fail to make a deep run, the organization might consider parting with him in the summer. The Warriors would likely view Leonard as a wild card, but if a Kevin Durant reunion continues to fall through, Golden State could pivot to the former Toronto Raptors stud and form a daunting Big Three in the Bay. Although striking a deal would be challenging, the Warriors have plenty of alluring assets, such as Moses Moody and Gary Payton II, that could help the Clippers retool after losing Leonard. Steph Curry reaches never-before-seen NBA history with milestone three-pointer. On the eve of his 37th birthday, Steph Curry reached new heights as the NBA's greatest shooter when he drained the 4,000th three-pointer of his career. He's already made the most threes in NBA history, which makes him the first player to hit the milestone. The Sacramento Kings defense was glued to Curry Thursday night, doing everything they could to hold him from the feet, but it was inevitable. Curry hit his 3,999th three in the first quarter on a wide-open look in transition on an assist from Jonathan Kuminga. The big number 4,000 had to wait all the way until the second half as the Kings executed their plan to limit Curry with over-the-top off-ball defense. In the third quarter, he hit a sidestep three off the bounce as 2 defenders rushed to contest. It was time, though. Straight through the net. He hit his 2,974th three to pass Ray Allen and become the league's all-time leader in 2021. Since then, every make has set a new standard. Los Angeles Clippers guard James Harden has since passed Allen too. Outside of Curry, Harden is the only player to have hit 3,000 threes throughout their career, currently with 3,127 makes. On the season, Curry is averaging 24.5 points per game while shooting 39.8% from three-point range. The Warriors are surging since they acquired Jimmy Butler at February's trade deadline. Golden State is 13-1 in games where Butler has played. They are currently 37-28, which is good for the 6th seed in the Western Conference playoff picture. And with each three-point make, Curry carves his own path and continues to increase his all-time record. A record that may prove to become unreachable. Jonathan Kuminga has honest admission about Jimmy Butler. Something has gotten into the Golden State Warriors recently and they have been on a roll. They are racing up the Western Conference standings and have won 6 games in a row and lost only 1 over the last month. Perhaps it is no coincidence that this exciting new chapter for the Warriors came after the addition of Jimmy Butler. Butler has quickly become a vital part of the team and its success, and Jonathan Kuminga spoke about that with the press on Thursday evening. He said Butler on the floor slows down the game and allows other players to have more space. He makes everybody's life easier, Kuminga said, per 95.7 The Game. Butler's move to Golden State came at a time when fans were losing faith in their team. The Warriors were in a tough spot, out of playoff contention, and nothing seemed to be going their way. The addition of Butler was even lambasted by some because they felt his actions with the Miami Heat proved he might not be a team player and could create headaches. Some said he was past his prime and had a bad attitude that could only hurt the Warriors. But Butler has been solid since the trade, averaging 16.8 points, 5.6 rebounds, and 5.8 assists during his 14 games. He has also played with a renewed sense of happiness and enthusiasm. He is obviously delighted to be with Golden State, and it's showing. Based on this comment from Kuminga, the rest of the roster is also joyful about Butler's presence, and this trade is now being praised by everyone, from analysts to fans. Golden State Warriors superstar Stephen Curry may have a new idea on when he'd like to retire. According to 95.7 The Game, Curry is setting his mind on playing for at least 3 more seasons after the current campaign, Hat Tip Bleacher Report's Andrew Peters. "I know my contract is lined up and I'd like to outplay that, for sure," Curry said. Curry may continue to lead Warriors for many more years. The Davidson product is under contract until 2026-27. He'll make $59.6 million next season, followed by $62.5 million on the final year of his deal. Curry, 36, still has many good years left in him, if he opts to elongate his career as specified. He currently averages 24.5 points, 6.1 assists, and an NBA-leading 4.5 three-pointers made per game this season. Named an All-Star for the 11th time in 2025, the Ohio native is having a down year by his standards, though he's erupted for 30.1 ppg over his last 17 contests. Curry has also led the Warriors to a 12-2 record over their last 14 games, pulling them back into playoff positioning. Should Curry retire in 2027, he'll be a lock for the Hall of Fame. The NBA's all-time leader in career three-pointers made would have a great chance to be productive as age and attrition kick in, based on his high IQ skill set, should he opt to play until around 40 years of age. Why Warriors should reunite Draymond Green with $128 million archenemy, NBA champion guard. NBA player reunions don't always come to fruition but are worth exploring. Although Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors are in a good spot, they may consider reuniting their do-it-all forward, Draymond Green, with his archenemy who contributed to their 2022 NBA championship run this summer. During the Golden State Warriors' magical 2021-22 campaign, several franchise assets stepped up and performed on the big stage. Curry and Klay Thompson were unsurprisingly Golden State's top 2 assets, but contributors such as Andrew Wiggins and Jordan Poole were unsung heroes in the regular season and playoffs. Poole's contributions were remarkable, considering that, unlike Wiggins, the Michigan product was waiting to experience a breakout season in the big leagues. Poole, a shifty side-to-side ball handler who loves to exploit mismatches on the perimeter, averaged 18.5 points per contest in year 3, shooting 44.8% from the field and 36.4% from deep during the regular season. In the postseason, Poole made noticeable strides in the efficiency department, notching 17.0 points per game while shooting 50.8% from the field and 39.1% from long range in 22 contests. However, after hoisting the Larry O'Brien Trophy in June, Poole appeared to allow his recent success to negatively change his attitude, which didn't sit well with Green. During an October practice, Poole and Green didn't agree on an unknown subject, compelling Green to punch Poole aggressively with a closed right fist. Poole attempted to regroup and prepare for another tremendous season with the Dubs, but he was never the same player in Golden State after the incident. Following a 2022-23 campaign filled with questionable shot selection and inconsistent play, the Warriors traded the former first-round pick to the Washington Wizards in free agency. Has Poole exhibited immaturity with the Wizards thus far? Absolutely, but there's no denying the 25-year-old guard is a proven winner who can help a franchise with championship aspirations. While Poole and Green will never reach best friend status, the two NBA champions could be cordial temporarily and help the Warriors win another ring in the Bay. This summer, a shocking blockbuster trade involving Poole, the Warriors, and the Wizards could occur.